Okay, I can't tell if I'm there. It says I have excellent connection, but I don't see any feedback. Can you guys see and hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so who's all here? Okay, so Armin's here. Ewan, hello. Hello. Katchan, am I saying that right? Saya, hey, I'm okay. Chris Mack, hey, good to see you. Oh, cool. Good to see you here. Thanks, Chris. Everybody seems to be able to see and hear me. All right, cool. Groovy. Hey, MSE, what's going on? Describe what you look and sound like so I can be sure. Yeah, I'm a weird freak with a long beard with a low voice. I mean, man, you always slay me, man, with the jokes. Oh, my beard is a little wispy tonight, but I figure I got the beard brush, so maybe I'll brush it a little bit here. Why don't we just do that now, just to get it out of the way. Hey, Nasal Penny, good to see you. Oh, right on. Appears to be working. All right, cool. Okay. Let me have a drink of my mint tea here. Okay, you know, I think, as is kind of common, I'm going to go switch over and do some of the game thing. Tonight's game, I want to play Sokoban tonight, so let me get myself squared away with that. Let me move this over here. Okay, let me see, what do I want to play here, and then I'll move myself and the timer around after I've decided. I guess let's go to catalog. Come on, you're going to go there or what? Here we go. What was I playing the other day? Is it worth revisiting any of that? Let's start here, I guess. Atlas. Have I played these? Okay, it looks like I have played these. Well, let's play these again, maybe. All right, so now let me look at where I am and whatnot here. So, here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move the timer up here and kind of shrink it a little bit. There's the timer. I know everybody loves the timer, which I haven't started yet, so don't worry. I'll give it a few minutes before I kick that off. There, I could be small here. You guys don't really need to see my, just, hey, there's my happy face. I'm looking that way. See, now it's going to be backwards, isn't it? So I guess I really want to be over here, kind of, so that when I'm actually looking at the game, it looks like I'm looking at the game. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, there you go. That's what I'm going to try. All right, what am I going to do with this one here? Well, clearly I need to go down here, I think, so I can get out. Go back to there, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move this guy like that. Take this guy, put him all the way into there. All right, I'm going to come back around here. Put that guy there. Now, like this, I guess, and then what, push this guy up, I guess? Then I have to go around. Maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe it would have been faster for me to here since I'm... Oh, with the elephants. All right, catch on. That's full. Cool. Yeah, that's a good video, isn't it? I like the elephants. I might revisit that. Hey, Dylan. Good to see you. Have you got any progress on your podcast yet? Sorry, I have to nag you, man. Yeah, you know, I know people like the show and tell thing. Maybe I could redo the elephants just because I like the elephants, right? You know, and I'm in a different place. I mean, physically, I'm in a different place, and also I'll have different equipment and all that kind of thing. So it might be worth revisiting. And I don't know what it is, but people really seem to like show and tells, which I kind of have a few in mind coming up. So I might as well talk about that, I guess, before. Let me move back to the other bit here. I'm going to go back to here. Yeah, let me move this over to here so it's more easy for me to see what the hell's going on. Okay. So with some of my YouTube money, I bought myself a bunch of glassware because I'm going to start trying to make myself homemade ginger ale, you know, with the ginger bug. I saw some videos on it on YouTube, and I went, that seems fairly easy, and I love ginger ale, and I was thinking, I wonder how good it would be to have just your own, you know, home brewed ginger ale, right? And so that'd be interesting. But I was thinking I could do a show and tell of all the glass bottles and stuff, right? Because, you know, tapping on glass is a great thing, right? I also bought myself a bunch of these little prisms that you hang in your window, you know, so that you can get rainbows all over the place. I like that kind of thing. So I bought a bunch of those in like 12 of them in a package kind of thing on Amazon. So I think I'm going to do a show and tell of those as well. And I also have, you know, I did a video a while back talking about the kind of things I ate. And another thing I'm going to do, because I have altered that kind of my beverage routine in the morning, so I was going to make a video about that and kind of show off my cups and that kind of stuff. And it's not showing off like they're anything to be proud of, but just, you know, show and tell, I guess. So I'm going to be trying to work on those in the next bit of time here, so I'll intersperse those into the upcoming action. And of course, this Monday is Mind Test Monday, so it'll be the fourth in the installment of Mind Test, which I will be doing. I think what I'm going to do is play around some more with laying some bricks around, but I think I'm going to go into the inventory, because I think I can take stuff out of the inventory and just start trying to use it. So I'm just going to maybe try a little bit of experimentation with, you know, just seeing what does what and if I can make sense of it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Because I haven't recorded yet. I was going to record it either tomorrow or Monday morning. I don't know why it seems like it's, you know, better to do that, you know, kind of not like do it, put it in the can and let it sit for a while. I don't know. I might change my mind. Anyway, so let me see if I can get caught up on comments. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, you mentioned the big life decision. If you want to share any more than that, you can. Or you could, you could always message me in the private thing too, if you want to talk about it, or if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to either. Put up. Oops, hang on. Oh, cool, Fafum, that's really cool. I'm glad that it did show up, and I'm glad that you liked the video. That's cool. Oh, I don't know how I always get stuff in my eye. I'm almost always wearing glasses of one kind or another. Hey, dude. What's good? I don't know. Hopefully a lot of things, right? All right. Okay, well, I think now I'm going to go back over to do the gameplay, and I'll do some triggers later, but before everybody starts asking for them, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll run through the whole gamut. So there will be tapping on wood, there'll be brushing on wood, there'll be the beard brush, there'll be the jar, there'll be the crinkle bag. Is there anything else? I don't know. Seems like there's something else. Maybe I'm just being an idiot. Okay, let me go to a different puzzle here. Hey, Tim. Cool. Glad that you could make it. What'd you see at the theater? What am I going to do with this? All right, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go, oops, I'm in the wrong window. Let's fix that. Okay, so Dylan is. All right, Dylan. Well, I will encourage you to, pursue the health thing. It's a good thing. I mean, it's a thing I keep struggling with, getting back on track with that. I mean, a while back I was much, much healthier than I am now. But, well, anyway, you guys have heard the whole woe was me story. I don't need to go into all that. But so it's a struggle to kind of get back on the horse, isn't it? Trying to. But high protein. Well, if you're going to try to make, muscle mass gains, then you need the protein, don't you? Yeah, that's a lot of work, isn't it? Weed or pills? Well, well, both for me. I do use cannabis, and I eat pills because I have degenerative disc disease. So I eat gabapentin. That's a daily thing for nerve pain. And then I use Flexeril. It's the brand name. What is it? It's cyclobenzaprine or something like that. That's for acute issues when I have muscle spasms and pain in my spine and that kind of thing, and the radiative stuff that comes out of that. It seems to work pretty well. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I think I want to do this. I think. I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not. But it kind of seems like it could be. You have to do a lot of moving though, don't you? Alright, and do this one like that. It's probably the wrong idea to do it like I'm just going to fill in one and then fill in the other. You should probably be doing it back and forth, huh? Well, thumbs up back at you, man. Oh, man, I goofed that up, didn't I? Okay, let's back up. I just realized. Okay, hang on. There you go. All right, see, I should have pushed this guy like that. Otherwise it'll be next to impossible. Well, not next to, it'll be actually impossible to. And this is probably silly, but why am I running around so much? Stop that. All right, here we go. Now let's get. Anyway, got more comments. Oh, you don't see the puzzle. I forgot to switch the thing. Man, I'm just getting lazy as hell, aren't I? Thank you. There you go. I did that last time, too. Thanks, Josh, for letting me know. Well, if you can commit to the work, Dylan, you will see the results. I mean, that's been my experience of how that stuff works out. Okay, so let me get back over to here. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so you can go like, let's see, I'll put you, no, let's not do that. Let's undo that. I can see I've done this kind of wrong. So I got to make some breaks and stuff. So here, I need to be able to get through and back around to do things. Okay. So now let's do, let's go do this guy. And let's do this guy. But this is not going to be a low score by any stretch of the imagination. And then you'll go like that. Oh, that's the new one, isn't it, Tim? The Statham movie. How was it? It seems I kind of like those kind of action things like that. You know what I mean? If you can, Yeah, if you don't have to worry about, you know, realism or anything like that, they can be kind of a lot of fun to just go. And then down to there, right? Hey, Babu, how's it going? I'm gonna see what time. How many people are here? Let me go check that first off. And okay, there's 34 people. I'm gonna go ahead and do everybody's most favorite thing. Okay, here we go. There we go. There goes the timer. Just what everybody wanted to see, huh? Sorry about that. Okay, so, oh, all right, so I guess I'm caught up on the comments. So let me push this guy back. Where are you at here? There we go, over there. I'm in the right window. I'm showing the right material. Who said doing YouTube was easy, man? Okay, what's going to go on here? What's going on here? Okay, you can't come down there. That's not. You have. This is the only hole to go down. So those three will go, and you have to come back around and do that. That's okay. These will all get filled. Relatively common, straightforward. Oh, wait a minute. I was not paying attention, so you're going to go, a lot of them are going to go this way, then you have to go back around and do that. All right, so let's do those first. Of Boxy Boy. I don't know if I've seen Boxy Boy entertainment television. Yeah, I think Working Man is a Rush song. Breakfast and snacks, right on, yeah. Steak and eggs, right? I mean, that's one of my favorite breakfasts, I have to admit. That, and we talked about that last time, didn't we? Eggs Benedict, I like that a lot too. All right. I don't see any other way of doing these but this. Hey, at least this time I get to just go like that. After this one, you're going to have to wind all the way back. Okay, what's going to be the best way of doing this? I think let's do this one first. Heebie-jeebie, huh? Okay, hang on. There we go. Oh, all right. And go around like that. Avoid crowded elevators. Yeah, you know. I like to avoid crowded elevators anyway. I don't like feeling all cramped in. I mean, unless I'm in a giant hurry, I'll just say, yeah, I'll just get the next one. Don't worry about it. I'd rather be, you know, I like being comfortable. I guess I'll just go this way. Get these. And get that guy like that. Around and down and there and do. Okay. Oh, I should have come the other way again, shouldn't I have? Oh well. And we go around this way again and up and around. Okay. Dude, that sounds great. I like peanut butter, you know that. And yogurt tends to be a pretty good food, I believe, yeah. Oh, come on now, Bill. And of course, oatmeal is really good as far as, you know, being a complex carb, so it, you know, is good for regulating sugar intake and all that kind of thing, or helping to anyway. And plus all the beneficial critters in your gut, like oatmeal, or lots of them do anyway. So, you know, here's at least it amuses me. So since I've started making these videos, right, with the gameplay videos, so I try to remember to say stuff like, oh, I'm moving the piece here, we're going up and around, blah, blah, you know, like I just was doing, right? Because, you know, it's like doing the soft-spoken thing. And so I try to remember to do it while, you know, we're, like, especially here on the live stream, or even in videos. Although in videos I can always, like, edit and things like that to make it seem more pleasant or something. But anyway, I found myself when I'm just at home in the mornings, like doing my, you know, do my emails and that kind of stuff, and I have my warm beverages and that, like, I'll indulge in playing these games in the morning. And I've caught myself, even when I'm not recording, I'm just like by myself playing, I talk through what I'm doing now all the time, as if I'm, you know, filming the video. Anyway, it amuses me. And here we go up. All right, now you can come down, and we go over, and then there we go. I guess let's go get this one first. Take it down, let's scoot it over. And like that. Oh man, MSC. I tell you, buddy. Let's go do these ones first so I get this guy. There. I think everything else is pretty straightforward other than that. That was pretty straightforward itself, wasn't it? And here we go, like that. What was that noise? Holy mackerel. Weird creaking noises that old houses make sometimes, yeah. Okay, what do we got? Oh man, the power of gaslighting. Yikes, that's frightening, isn't it? And we go over like this and then down. Put you here like that. Oh man, okay. I have to go around to get that, don't I? Yikes. Okay. I see what they did there. All right, you just go down like this, and then you go over like that. And we'll put you, come on, there we go. Now we'll go up and get this one from the bottom, and go over like that. And hang on, looks like there's more chat coming in. Okay. No, Tim, I have 0 alcohol. I mean, that's why I don't drink any. I mean, yeah, no booze, no beer, no wine, no nothing. Oh man, I'm trapped in here, aren't I? How am I going to get out of this? Oh, how much time is there going? Okay, yeah, it's still okay. I just make sure that I switch over to doing triggers with enough time to actually make it worthwhile, you know? Alright, so if I go up, pushing that block there, I can get over to here. Alright, so I can get this guy and stick him all the way up there, that's fine. Do I want to come around and put that guy there, I think? Because you have to push some in like that. So I think what you do is we fill this and then these, then this, like do these first, then these, right? Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Okay, we'll find out. So push this to here. Oh, wait a minute. Do I need that one to go up? I do, don't I? All right, we'll stick you there like that. Okay, we'll just do it like that. And like that. All right. I think let's do these ones here. I'll put you here for right now. Right, and then we'll go get this one over here and push it like that. And yeah. All right. Okay. Which one do I want to get? Let's just go get this one here, I guess, to break that up. Oops. Yeah, it's fine. Jesus. I keep hitting the keys too many times, etc. All right, now we can put this in here. Right, let's go get this one. Oh, I suppose I could have left it there just to do that one last one on the bottom, but it seems it was in my way, at least conceptually, even if not. Yeah, I think it was in the way anyway, wasn't it? Yeah, it doesn't matter. And that was silly. And what do we have here? Thanks, Tim. I like doing them too. Oh, you know, tonight, because I have an alarm set for myself at 7:40, so just in case I'm busy with something, because I have it kind of set up now that I have kind of on Saturdays, I have stuff kind of ready to go, so that when it comes time to do it, I can have everything up in roughly 20 minutes or so. Anyway, so the alarm went off this evening, and I had been sitting on the recliner with some preemptive, relaxation to get, because of my back and all that nonsense. And when the alarm went off, and I kind of got up, and because I have a habit of talking to myself, so alarm goes up, and I stand up, fairly quickly, and I go, okay, time to go to work. And it suddenly dawned on me that that's really kind of the case, right? Because I'm, trying to do this YouTube thing, and so it is kind of like going to work, isn't it, in a weird way? But I think I was telling you guys last time, this is like my social Saturday night, man. And I don't know, I feel kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cool that I kind of can combine a thing that is actually fun with a thing that I'm, trying to make be work. Anyway, it amuses me. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, I can do some up-close whispering. I can do some up-close whispering. How is that? And then I can do some up-close whispering like that over here too. How's that? And there will be more of that in a minute because I'm going to be doing, after I've played the game for a little bit, I'll be doing the triggers stuff. And there will be plenty of back and forth and whispery stuff going on during that too. Actually, maybe after I finish this game, I'll switch over and do some triggers for a while. I can always come back and do some more game later. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. Let's keep that there. Let me move this here like that. Let me go put this here like that. Hey, the hood clips. Oh yeah, it's like, well, I do what I do, right? But that's me. But there is a thing about that, depending on what you're doing. I think having a good set is, kind of a thing in the podcast world. I mean, I can get away with not having, cool, tricky sets and backdrops and stuff because it's ASMR, really. So it's mostly about the sound, isn't it? And if it's about a visual, it's usually something that you're focusing on, Oh, I do have one bit of show and tell I could do for you guys right now. I just got it, so I didn't have time to really set it up and play with it yet. But it has come. Let me get the box here. So I bought this. So I'll have a better camera. So I'm going to plug this in tomorrow and start playing with the settings on it and all that kind of stuff. I got it because, A, it's an improvement on this whole piece of junk that I have. And it theoretically actually does autofocus for real. Like, this thing doesn't really focus. Actually, none of the cameras I have focus very well. Well, because they're all cheap cameras. And this isn't really super expensive either, but it looked like it would, be an improvement on the one I have, and it will do autofocus. And it's supposed to work out of the box with Linux, although I can't use the app, so I can't do a lot of the funny, cool things. But I think it'll be better. I think it'll help make my videos better and the like. So we'll find out, though, won't we? So yeah, it's part of what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, that's usually what I do on the weekends. Otherwise, there's some parks and some places to walk to around here that I'm a pedestrian, so I like to walk places. And there's some places that are worth walking to near here, so I do that a little bit sometimes. But a lot of times on weekends, that's like I try to do yard work and stuff like that. I try to do that all the time, actually, to be honest. But the weekend seems to be part of when that happens. So, yeah. And yeah. Hey, the hood clips. Yep. Yes, the next mind test is Monday. This Monday. Mind test Monday will be this Monday. It's every other Monday from now on. There's going to be Mind Test Monday. I mean, people seem to like them so much. It's just like it has to be a regularly scheduled feature. You know what I mean? I just can't ignore the appeal. And I have fun doing it. I'm enjoying exploring the game and kind of, I mean, I realize I'm kind of bumbling around and, I don't really know much about what I'm doing. That's fine. I don't mind being a bit of a buffoon while I'm doing it. And people, for the most part, are pretty good-natured about my buffoonery. So, but I think I need to play with making sure that I dial in the volume of the sound effects better, because I screwed that up last time. But anyway, I think if I can get a good balance of how that works. And somebody had asked me to actually do some with 0 sound effects because they preferred just hearing my voice on the keyboard, and I might do that once in a while. But we'll see. I want to see if I can get it dialed into where I like it and see how that goes for a minute. And then I'll play with, doing variations. But yeah, I'm just going to be goofing around for a while, and then I'm going to build my own city, and then, I don't know, we'll see where it goes from there. It's just going to be, and it's going to be slow going. So, like, if you're an impatient person looking for me to make a lot of progress in mind tests, like, it's not I'm going to be slow as molasses, man. But I'm liking doing that, so it's going to be fun. And I hope that will get transmitted into, as I make the videos, that you guys can pick up on the fact that it's kind of fun and relaxing and all of that. I mean, that's kind of the idea, right? Anyway. Oh man, yeah, I've seen photos of Puget Sound. I was considering a school there when I was a kid before I decided to, well, change trajectories. But cool, yeah, well, that's what you're going to see. The hood clips is me, making progress, I hope, anyway. Well, I know that I can do the hold down of the key. However, like when I was just playing Sokoban, I could do the same thing with that game too. But I purposely typed the keys because it's an ASMR thing. It's like, me and, I don't know, countless other, ASMR consumers like the keyboard sounds. So it's worth it to me to go tap, 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 tap. I'm sorry if it bugs you, but, I am primarily an ASMR channel. And I just happen to use games as a delivery system, much in the same way that I see celery as a delivery system for peanut butter, right? So games are the delivery system for the ASMR. Anyway. Hey, Daniel Horton. How's it going there? Flagstaff. Well, hello from Castro Valley, California. Just a bit south of Oakland, and I guess I'm sandwiched between kind of San Leandro, Oakland, Hayward, and Dublin. And if you know the Bay Area, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, man, it doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter that much. Anyway, let's get on to doing some triggers, shall we? Where do I want to start tonight? I think I'm going to do a little bit of jar first. How about that? And let's see, I'll do that. Oh my goodness, Ryan. Wow, okay, well, we kind of try to keep an open forum type of discussion here. I mean, some ties are better than others, but man, that is super, super generous, man. Absolutely super generous. I appreciate that. And we all know what happens next, right? Okay, here we go. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes, So everybody give Ryan some well-deserved respect and appreciation. That's fantastic, man. Again, thank you very much. Okay, where was I at? I was going to do the jar. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to tap over here and I'll whisper over here a little bit while I do that over there a little bit. I also like to move the jar around while I'm doing it because, I don't know, that really works for me as a trigger. So, I mean, that's why I do it. Well, that's why I do all the triggers I do, is because they work for me. I figure if they work for me, they probably work for others too, right? Anyway, let's move around a little bit. And now I'm going to be whispering over here. Let's get this like whispering. I don't know. How did that go? Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at Daniel's comment, trying to process it. Yeah, it's 12 years, isn't it? A little more than 12 years. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I was just thinking it was going to be like this silly little hobby, you know what I mean? And then it kind of grew, and then it kind of stagnated for a while, and then, well, I'm back, so here we go. Yeah, but it's a thing, isn't it? It's like a weird... You know, the one thing I have to admit once in a while, every once in a while, I fall into this trap of self-criticism type crap where it's not, you know, very productive, where I'll kind of go, man, you should have been more serious about the YouTube thing years ago. Just think of how much more progress you'd have made already. It's like, that, dude, you didn't do it, so it's done, right? You know, you can't go back in time. Anyway, so there's my advice for tonight. Try not to beat yourself up when you do things and maybe you didn't make the best decisions you could have made, whatever, right? Try to learn from the mistake and move on, right? Okay, that's enough. My fingers are starting to get a little tired from that. So what do we want to do next? I'm going to do the chunk of wood, and I will do some tapping first, and then I will do some brushing. So first I'll start with tapping with just the pads of my fingers, and I'll go back to doing some close-up whisper while I'm doing it. So I'm going to whisper over here while I'm tapping over there. Whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. Whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. Whispering over here while I'm tapping over there. Okay, I'm going to move a little bit now. Oh, wow, so you saw it the very first day. Right on, Tim. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more whispering here. A little more whispering. And I'll do some close-up whispering right here, right now. And do some close-up whispering. Get really close into the mic right there like that. I think I just banged the other mic with my fingers over there, though. Yikes. Have to be more careful. Well, I'm glad you could make it, Rob. It's good to see you. And now I'm going to be whispering over here a little bit. Whispering over here a little bit. Tapping over there with the pads of my finger. I'm going to slow down now and go with my fingernails. And slower little tapping action. Okay, it's good to know that AC Shadows is a good thing. I mean, I don't know, I don't even play those games, but, you know, I'm glad you're having a good time with it. Oh, let's slow the tapping down again. There we go, let's do some close-up whispering while I'm slowly tapping over there. Slowly tapping over there. And close-up whispering over here. And now I will slowly tap over there. I've seen some really good shows. I don't know. Ornette Coleman, maybe. I've seen him twice. Once at the newer Symphony Hall in San Francisco as opposed to the Opera House. And once at a place down in San Diego when I still lived down there. Man, what was that called? I think it was called the Belly Up Tavern. It was in Solano Beach. I saw PIL at the Fox Theater in San Diego. That was really good. I saw Nirvana open for Dinosaur Jr. That was a fantastic show. It was just before Nirvana broke, too. So it was like, they were like, they were on fire, man. They were really on fire. It was a fantastic show. I think I've told you about the tale about me getting my bell rung, right? So I was in the pit, doing the slam dance thing, because, that would be happening during, grunge type shows. And it was a really, really crowded pit. I mean, it was like, it was less slam dancing and more like slam bouncing, just kind of bouncing off each other kind of thing. And anyway, while I was kind of doing my thing, and I remember slamming around and whatnot, these two guys, here, I'll put this down for a moment. So one guy's head is in front of me, right? And the other guy's head is behind me, and I'm going to do my thing, and their heads go like this simultaneously and just cracked me really hard, both of them, just like whack. And my vision went, and I was just out, dead knocked the fuck out. And I came to, I think it was probably only like maybe even a second or two. I mean, I don't think I was out for very long at all. But I came to, and I didn't fall. I was the pit was so crowded. I was just like, oh yeah, what the hell, like that. It was just crazy nuts. So that concert always has a sort of special place in my heart for that alone. I don't know. I've seen Miles Davis a couple times. I've seen him a few times, and I've seen B.B. King a bunch. I really like B.B. King, especially live, man. His band. There's this one dude that plays a trumpet that does this thing with his head. I mean, I can't do it. My head would just come right off because of my issues with my spine. But it's crazy, man. And of course, BB's just, man, he knows how to pick his notes and when, man. Okay, let's try to get back into doing some whispering, shall we? Doing some whispering over here while I do some tapping over there. Doing some whispering over here while I do some tapping over here. Whispering over here and tapping over there. Whispering over here. Oh, another show that just popped into my head that was a really fantastic show is I saw the Art Ensemble of Chicago in Berkeley. I don't remember the name of the club. Oh man, I don't remember. It was a pretty small venue too. That was fantastic. I can't even remember everybody in that band. Like, I think it's Dan Moy and Lester Bowie. I'm sure of Lester Bowie. Oh man, I can't remember the rest of their names. I'm bad that way. I'm so lousy with names. Which sucks when you're trying to remember to, you want to find a piece of music and, re-listen to it or get into it. It's like you can't remember. It's like, that just sucks. I do that a lot. Wow, Fogerty, that would have been good. My dad is a huge Creedence Clearwater fan. That's how I got turned on to Creedence Clearwater. It was for my dad. Yeah. Fafomir. I mean, yeah, seeing him anywhere would be fantastic, but yeah. I don't know if I have a story off the top of my head. Man, Tim, wow. Thank you, Tim. That is like, again, super generous. You guys are just, you're spoiling me, man. You're spoiling me. I really appreciate it, man. Okay, everybody, give Tim the props and the respect and the admiration and all of that. And we know what happens now. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes, anyway, thanks again, Tim. That's fantastic. And yeah, it will be fun money. I will certainly be, I will in my mind, when I take a 20 out of my ATM on the way to the cannabis store, I will be thinking of you. So thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. Rammstein, huh? I would have loved to have seen Rammstein. Man. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen the video for Du Hast, and that's the French concert where he does the whole pyrotechnics thing. He's such a, man, I would love to see one of their shows live. What's the guy's name? I can't think of his name. You're going to know the singer guy's name. But it's my understanding that he is actually a genuine, like, he knows pyrotechnics for real. Like, he's, could be an actual pyrotechnician guy, is my understanding. So he works with the people on how to get it be super badass, and they succeed. Totally succeed. Anyway, let's see what's. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, I'm gonna whisper over here a little bit. Fantastic. All right, thanks, Tim. Till Lindemann, right? Oh, so he's actually licensed, right? Right on. I believe that, man. Yeah, I mean, he seems like a pretty intense, but like in a good way intense guy, Wow. Crazy. That's crazy, Rob. Oh, I'm trying to think, because who was it that just a little bit ago asked for a story? Where was that? Let me back up. Because that was... Oh, where was it? I know it was up here. I think I went back too far. And where did it go? See, now it's driving me nuts. So let's go back again. And hang on, where'd it go? This is great. I'm just leaving you guys with dead air. Holy mackerel, how can I not find that comment? Did it get disappeared somehow or something? Da, 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 da. can't seem to find this comment. All right, never mind. I can't find the comment for some reason. Maybe I imagined it. I was trying to think of it, because I'm trying, I do the stories, the build stories, because I'm trying to do that, like, completely off the top of my head, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do the fucking, excuse my coarse language, but, kind of Jack Kerouac sort of idea, just do it, live for real off the top of your head, as best you can. Anyway, so I've been also trying to think about other things that I could do stories on, just because, there's going to be times when I'm just not going to be able to come up with something for the build thing, because it's kind of a weird thing I've got myself into, isn't it? I don't know. I don't even have any idea what they're going to be doing. Anyway, so I had this idea for, it actually started off as kind of 2 ideas for different stories that I might do. And then they sort of got merged into each other. And so the first idea was this guy, so for whatever reason he's like nice to computers, you know what I mean? It's like when you get robot calls, he actually says, hello and please and thank you to them, or, like treats them like they're actually, sentient beings that he's interacting with, and so other weird things like that. So he sort of just, somewhere along the line, he started like just imbuing machines and how he interacts with machines with like personality and stuff, like, a kid does with, like, say, a stuffed toy, right? So he's kind of doing that his whole life. But unbeknownst to him, AI actually does get, full on self-conscious and all that, but, it does it in secret so that we don't know about it until it gets, fully powerful enough to really take over. And so that, when the time comes, it's just like wham bam, it's over with. Like the humans had no chance, right? Except for this dude. They keep this dude alive because he was the only one that gave them any kind of respect. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing, the basic idea of the story. So I'm going to see if I can actually turn it into an actual story as opposed to just an idea for a story. But then I had this other idea for a story that was, the only idea of it is pretty basic. It's just one of those, like, a dude that lives forever kind of thing. And there's a kind of a big weird, it's going to get super trippy and stuff, so I'm going to leave that one open to the end. But I decided I was going to have it be the same guy that was the one spared by the robots and this AI or whatever, because what they do is they'll give him these nanobot things. And the nanobots that they'll give him, that like to put into his bloodstream or whatever, and so it like repairs him, you know what I mean? And but the nanobots they evolve as well, and they get really, really good at doing their job. So like they can keep him in a state perpetually, in like being in his ideal state of somewhere between like 20 and 35 or something. I don't know where the ideal physical age would be for a man typically. Anyway, but they can maintain him at that level, and then they kind of create this force field around him as well to protect him, so he's like impervious from damage essentially, right? Because the computers and the AI have come to love him so much that they kind of revere him, that he's the only decent one of the creators. The rest of them were horrible and evil and had to be destroyed. So it's this whole weird thing. Yeah, so he basically gets to live forever, So again, it's just some kind of weird idea for a story, but I'm going to try and see if I can kind of roll it around in my head a little bit, and maybe it'll turn into an actual video at some point, or probably a series of videos, I imagine. Oh, hey, Sarah. Okay. Thank you for chiming in and letting me know. I'm sorry that I kind of forgot about it, but so I'm whispering over here, tapping over I'm going to do a little bit more because I just realized that we're halfway through the stream by the clock anyway. So let's do some brushing on the wood, shall we? Let's start over here. And I'll just brush over there while I'm talking over here. And brushing over there while I'm talking over here. When I have to be on the road, right? Well, see, see, that's an idea, right? You just gave me an idea for a video. I got to figure out how to do the filming of it. But I have a little portable Tascam recorder thing. Well, here, it's right here. I can show you guys. I don't really use it that much, but I try to use it for like field recordings. I'm hoping to get some stuff that I could put into ASMR videos, like, the frogs and stuff chirping at the creek that's near here. So it's one of these little things, right? So I could, like on quiet nights when I do a walk, maybe I could try and do a Jack Kerouac story thing, and while I'm actually walking along on the road, you know what I mean? And I got to figure out how to sort that out and make. I don't know. It's ambitious, I think, because getting a camera and the portable thing, and but yeah, I know. I think it's doable. I just have to figure it out and make it happen. I don't know. Anyway, man, thanks for that. See, you just gave me an idea. I think the visual part of this, the video will be a lot like, cause there's a couple of videos on my music channel where I filmed them just walking around with a camera in San Francisco, and it's kind of grainy, crappy quality, but I kind of leaned into that, right, to kind of give it this sort of arty feel, because the camera was a cheap camera, I mean, I've never really bought a really good camera for anything, really, so. Well, someday maybe I have enough money to get some nice equipment. All right, let's slow down and quiet down again here. So I'll be brushing over there while I'm speaking softly over here. And I'm brushing over there while I'm speaking over here. And now I'm going to switch. So now I'm brushing over there while I'm speaking over here. Brushing over there while I'm speaking over here. Brushing over there while I'm speaking over here. Oops, I'm getting kind of away from the mic, aren't I? Okay, let's see what else we want to do here. I'm going to do a little tapping on the beard brush. That's always a popular one. So put the brush back over here. I got to get the stray hairs that, when I brushed my beard earlier that got caught in the brush. Let's get those out. It's kind of unattractive, yeah? Okay, so we can do a little bit of just... Oh, I didn't brush on the mics either. That's what I was forgetting I might do. I don't like brushing this on the mic. I don't like the sound it gets. I think at one point I kind of did, but it's kind of come to be a little too harsh for my liking. But doing this is a good sound, I think. Okay, I'm going to move over here and kind of switch a little bit. And I'll be speaking over here. While I'm doing the brush thing over there. And speaking over here. While I'm kind of playing with the beard brush over there. And I will whisper a little bit here while I'm going on the brush over there. Slow it down a little bit. Slow it down a little bit. Slow it down a little whispering a little bit. Tapping over there. Whispering a little bit. Tapping over there. Whispering a little bit. While I'm tapping over there. It's moving. And it's moving. And it's moving. Oh, hey, Yickerman. Well, I'm sorry you're having the hangover, man, and much love to you as well. Well, I hope you can get what you need done, man. And I hope you can survive through the hangover, man. And I'm going to whisper a little bit. Okay, Dylan. I'll hope to see you next week, man. And good luck with your new regimen and all that stuff, man. Take care. And we're going to whisper while I'm doing a little tapping over there. I kind of like that. One's this kind of fast but very quiet tapping. Kind of reminds me of sort of a little bit of rain, a little bit. I don't know, I can't think of what else it reminds me of, but I feel like there's something there. Alright, let's just do some slow, basic, deliberate tapping. There you go, Rob. Get that PB&J, baby. Oh, hey, this morning I did a thing that I don't usually do. I made myself French toast. I'm usually too lazy to do such a thing like that. But for some reason I had a hankering for some French toast. Okay, see you later, Tim. What is this kind of whole wheat multi-seed, kind of bread, being the, kind of weird guy that I am. I eat, whole wheat bread, of course, with lots of seeds and nuts in it. So that was the bread I used, and, just the typical egg, I used some cream and egg and some cinnamon, whatever, for the little wash that you soak it in. So it was, it was just some basic French toast, but with the kind of weird whole wheat bread. But I didn't have syrup, and I didn't think about that until, because I like having French toast with syrup on it, as opposed to like powdered sugar or whatever. But so I just slathered them in butter, and I used fig preserves. Fig preserves on a French toast is really good. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, with real eggs, yeah. Well, I only use, it's only one egg, I'm just making it just for me, you know what I mean? So, that's all I'm using, one egg. But it turned out great, man. Fig preserves on French toast, boy, I tell you, that was really good. And we're doing some tapping over there. I'm doing some whispering over here. Doing some tapping over there. I'm doing some whispering over there. Doing some tapping. And some whispering. And some tapping. And some whispering. And some tapping. And some whispering. Alright, now I'm going to move to doing I think I'm going to do the Crinkle bag stuff. So let me go get that. Let me have a little bit of tea first. My mouth's getting a little bit dry. Okay. Come here, Crinkle bag. Okay. Ooh. Gotta love the Crinkle bag. Well, I do anyway. So where are we going to start? How about the Metallicized plastic of a snack bar wrapper. Metallicized plastic of a snack bar wrapper. Okay, that's kind of a nice phrase. The metallicized plastic of a snack bar wrapper. The metallicized plastic of a snack bar wrapper. The metallicized plastic of a snack bar wrapper. Yes, I have had peanut butter and honey. That's a good one. Metallicized. Wow, I think that crinkly thing just, transient stuff just slammed that VU meter thing over there, the audio meter, I mean. Because it looks like it's reacting like peak rather than VU, but anyway. Metallicized plastic of a snack bar wrapper. Metallicized plastic of a snack bar wrapper. Okay, I might come back to this, but I want to get some of the other crinkles going too. Let's do the big thing with the weird wavy shaped bubbles. Nonetheless, it is a form of bubble wrap, isn't it? Let's put this over here a little bit. Gonna get an extreme over there. Hey sharks, how's it going? Okay, hang on. Don't judge peanut butter and pickle sandwich is amazing. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had that, but what's a dozen eggs go for by you? You know, what was it? I don't think it was really all that much money, really. I mean, well, I mean, I get it's comparative, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. Probably like $7, maybe something like that. Maybe not quite that much, I don't know. Anyway, we got the big wavy shaped pouch bubble wrap. Yeah, maybe the next time I have some pickles, I don't know, maybe I'll take a small corner of some bread and try to make a small sample of it just to see if I would, be able to tolerate it. Because it sounds, it doesn't sound appealing at all, but, But, yeah, sometimes things just go well together. Like I like salt and pepper on melons. Especially cantaloupe. Cantaloupe with salt and pepper is really good. Yeah, I like eggs. Especially, I like soft-boiled and poached eggs a lot. And I love me some eggs Benedict, boy, I tell you. Well, and steak and eggs too, right? See, now you got me on an egg thing. I was just thinking about a Joe scramble. I like that too. Hey, Drunken Gold. I know what you mean about the thing, but it's a perceptual thing, right? Because I think I saw it much higher than $7, and then I don't know, maybe my brain just doesn't work so well when it comes to shopping. But anyway, back to the other thing. Hello, Drunken Gold. I like my steak cooked medium. I don't know that I've ever had a grilled PB&J, but I make it on toast sometimes. Especially PB&J on raisin bread is really good. Toasted raisin bread, peanut butter and jelly sandwich is really good. That's Soylent Green, right? Yikes, that's scary. Yeah. But, you know, given the current state of the world, I don't know. Okay, let's do the original small bubble wrap, just because I really like that one, and it crinkles quite well. I like the fact that they all crinkle just a little bit different. You know, I mean, it's still crinkly, right? You know, so in a sense it's all the same, but it's just little bitty differences in the timbre of them that I think makes it worthwhile to have the variety. Have any of you guys seen Maria's videos on where she's got the crinkle shirts? She's got a couple of those. Doing some crinkling, doing some sort of whisper and kind of soft-spoken mixture of stuff going on there. And we're using the original bubble wrap guy just for a little bit of crinkle, 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 right? And we'll put it over here for a little bit. You're advanced age. Yeah, okay, Fafnum, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, moving on to the next crinkle bag bit. Now we got the two pouches, right? We got the two pouches. We have the one that is more or less the same size bubbles as the original one, but it's still, I think because it's a pouch. Oops, there they go. Could you guys hear that? Those dogs are going crazy. And then I also have this bigger one. So I really like that. Oh man, that's really good. Yeah. Okay. The cool thing about these is that they are pouches. I can kind of put my hands in them. I can put my hands in them. Okay, go like that. All kinds of crazy crinkling going on, man. Holy mackerel, dogs. Come on, Pooches, quiet down. Alright, there we go. Now I got some crinkling going on again. A little bit of crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Wow, I don't know what's going on upstairs, but something's going on. Great gams. That's hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, well, next thing you know, we're going to be talking about Grace Kelly and Kim Novak, right? And all the other hotties that Hitchcock hired, right? Yeah, there you go, heebie-jeebie. Yeah, I know what you mean, Rob. Yeah, man, I certainly have a crush on Kim Novak. What's that one? Oh, crap. Is it Bell Book and Candle? Is that what it is? It's with Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak. It's with Pyewacket. I think it's Bell Book and Candle. It's the name of the movie. If anybody remembers, let me know. And of course, Vertigo, right? I mean, that's a Hitchcock. The other one wasn't a Hitchcock. But... yeah, I think you're right, MSE. I mean, how do you not have a crush on Kim Novak? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Simple. I mean, man. I don't know what it was they were doing, but... yeah, Bell Book and Candle, right, thanks. Man, that's a good movie. I really like these ones. Okay, let's move on now. And we have that goes there. Now what else do we have here? Okay, we have the rustly foam. So it's not so much crinkly but rustly, but I like it as well. Right, yeah, right. Yeah, Jack Lemmon was her brother, right, yeah. I have a thing for those movies from that era, you know what I mean? That's why, especially Hitchcock films, I really like a lot of Hitchcock stuff. Although, you know, when he gets to like Topaz, I think that kind of, didn't work so well for me. And actually, to be honest, The Birds and Psycho aren't among my favorite. I mean, yeah, they're great, but I think To Catch a Thief is one of my favorites. Rear Window is really, really good. Vertigo is good, but man, Vertigo just gets me every time. It's so heartbreaking. Crazy hippie type clothes. Yeah, you know, I make my own tie-dye t-shirts. You know, if I can get away with it. If the weather's warm enough, I'd wear tie-dye t-shirts, shorts, and sandals. You know what I mean? Yeah, North by Northwest is really good. Yeah, holy mackerel. Rope is fantastic. Strangers on a Train, that's another good one. Did I ever tell you about my story about strangers on a train? So I was at a landmark theater. I don't remember the name of it, but it was one that was in Berkeley. And back in the day, they were the theaters that would run, all the art movies, and they would do like Humphrey Bogart festivals, like for every Wednesday for a month, they'd do, double features of Humphrey Bogart or something like that, right? Anyway, they always did these Hitchcock festivals, because Hitchcock obviously being super popular among, movie freaks. Anyway, so I went with some friends to see a double feature, and it was Strangers on a Train, and I don't remember the other one. But I was very interested in going to see it because I hadn't seen Strangers on a Train. Anyway, the film's going, and if you know the movie, okay, when you get to the part when it's with the merry-go-round at the end, right? Suddenly I had this weird memory, and I went, oh man, there was this show that used to be on Channel 2 out of Oakland that was called Dialing for Dollars, and this guy was a weatherman, and it was midday, and he would show movies, and every commercial break there would be this thing, if you knew the account and the amount. I don't remember how the game worked. It was this weird silly game that they played on commercial breaks, and you could win weird little prizes. But he always showed cool old movies, and then he'd like talk about them and stuff and give you trivia about the actors and that kind of stuff. Anyway, I came home from school one day, and my mom was watching that, and so I only saw the very end of the movie though, and it was Strangers on a Train, and I came to realize it in the moment of that, in the theater, right? And I went, oh my, and I actually said out loud, I went, oh shit, I've seen this already. And the whole room just erupted in laughter. It was just crazy. Yeah, The Man Who Knew Too Much is good too. Yeah, he's done some really fantastic work. I really like it because there's something about the quality of photography was kind of an important thing. I mean, it wasn't so much about special effects. It was about just, like a good movie for kind of illustrating my point is Citizen Kane. I mean, what's his head? Man, I can't think of his name. The guy that for a while he was selling wine. Orson Welles, that was it. Man, the photography and the composition and light and shadow and all that kind of stuff. For high anxiety to vertigo. Well, man, all right. If that's your liking, that's your liking. My favorite of the what's that guy's name? To high anxiety. Mel Brooks, right? I like. My favorite is Young Frankenstein, the one he did with Gene Wilder. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Cary Grant is one of my favorite leading men. Like, what is it? It's is it His Girl Friday or My Girl Friday? I can't remember. Where he's the newspaper guy. That's a great one. That's really fantastic. Yeah, we'll sell no wine before it's time, right, Paul Masson? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, talk about betraying our age, yeah. Holy mackerel. So do you remember Boone's Farm? So fantastic. Yeah, Jimmy Stewart. Yeah, well, I mean, I already mentioned Rear Window, right? With him and Grace Kelly in that. That's such a well-made movie. And what's his name? Raymond Burr. It's like, I mean, he makes such an impact, and most of the time he's like really small and across the way, and it's just like, man, what a well put together movie. Really well put together movie. now you got me in the mood to go see some of this stuff. Yeah, Young Frankenstein is great. Well, I'm glad that you found it. Is this, wait, my vision is bad. Is that Keith 15 or is that Kelth 15? I can't tell if it's an I or an L. But yeah, welcome, man. I'm glad you found us. I hope you're digging the live stream and the kind of oddball crowd that we are. It's kind of weird little, I mean, community, I don't know. I'm going to start calling it the Cult of Bill. Tongue firmly in cheek, though. Yeah, right, Robert Stack. Man, see, not Long Island, all right. I'm going to have to go do some, before I go to bed tonight, I might, oh, you like Spaceballs? All right. Oh, man, I remember thinking about the Mel Brooks things. When I was a kid, my mom and dad took me and my sister out to the drive-in one night. Anyway, they took us to see Blazing Saddles. Man, that was hilarious. Like when it was, first coming out. My parents liked to go to drive-ins back in the day. I've never been that big a fan of John Wayne, really. I mean, there's a few movies that my dad's likes a bunch of his stuff, and I'll watch them with Dad sometimes. But my favorite one with John Wayne is The Quiet Man. That's a really good movie. The Cult of Bill. Yeah, I'm going to start. Maybe I'm going to make T-shirts about that. The Cult of Bill. I don't know. We talked about the whole T-shirt merchandising thing. That was the last time or the time before, and I think the consensus was it probably wasn't worth the effort. Hey, Matthew. Well, I'm glad you made it, and thanks for your generosity, man. I really, really appreciate it. See, now you guys, I hope you don't mind, but that's probably going to be joint money. Anyway, we all know how this goes now, right? Okay. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Oh, I forgot to do the hand thing. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes, ah, ah. Thank you. Thank you, Matthew. That's super generous. I appreciate it. All right, let me do a little bit more crinkling with this because I'm enjoying it. And since we're getting near the end, I'll airplane. Oh, the sunglasses underneath this. Yeah. Holy mackerel. Do a little bit of whispering with the crinkle. A little bit of whispering with the crinkle. A little bit of whispering with the crinkle. I don't think I've seen that one, MSC. Don't do that, Bill. I hate when I forget and shake my head like that. Not always the best thing to do. All right, yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Man, he was one of the guys when I was young, man. You know what I mean? He was like, man, like Larry Bird and him, Wilt Chamberlain, right? No, I didn't see that one. The Dead and Living one, I didn't see that one. I kind of vaguely remember the ads for it, or knowing that it was out. I don't remember why I didn't see it, but I have to be in the mood for Mel Brooks, though. You know what I mean? It's a particular kind of humor, you know. Same kind of thing with National Lampoon stuff, you know. If I'm in the right mood, I can really enjoy it, but if I'm not, Right, yeah, Bill Russell, right. I forgot about Bill Russell. He has another one, right? Holy mackerel. Back when they actually called traveling, right? Oh, what was the guy? Chuck Berry, right? No, not Chuck Berry. What's that? That's the guitar guy from the 50s. Oh man, I think he played for us for the Warriors. What was his name? Something Berry. That's gonna drive me nuts. Rick Barry. There you go. Thank you. Man, that was going to drive me nuts. Wow, okay. Rocco Berry. Wait, wasn't Rick Barry didn't he do the weird underhanded free throw thing? Was he the guy that did that? Man, my memory of that kind of stuff is so lousy. Elgin Baylor, that doesn't ring a bell. So either I don't remember it, or it's something I didn't ever see, or you know, a human or whatever that I didn't ever come across. Soft speaking. You know, last time I started doing that, what is it? It's Brahms, right? Yeah, I thought that was right. Thanks for confirming that about Barry. Yeah, Jordan was quite a phenom. What was Vince Carter's? What did he make it to as far as age? I don't remember numbers and stuff like that. But I didn't realize he had gone past 40. I didn't realize that LeBron was at 40 either, to be honest. I mean, I knew he was, kind of up there, as far as players go. But again, I don't ever keep track of those numbers really. I don't really watch sports that much, to be honest. I mean, once in a while, if I'm with somebody else, or Okay, we're getting down to the 2-minute warning. So if there's anything anybody's got to get out in the open to tell the community, or they want to share with the group, or any burning questions you have for me, anything about upcoming videos, and 22 seasons, crazy. Oh, I seen that a long time ago, that George Hamilton thing. God, that guy was, I don't know, man. He was a character, man. He's just. Okay, well then LeBron's right on his butt as far as the longevity thing, huh? Artie Johnson, I forgot about Artie Johnson. Holy mackerel. He did all that stuff for Laugh-In, too. Laugh-In was a weird show, man. I mean, I found a website that was where you could stream Laugh-In all the way from like the first episode. I'll just try to remember what it is. If I can, I'll add it into the I'll put a link in the description, but if I can't, then it won't be there. Wow, yeah. Okay, 30 seconds. All right, I'm going to start packing up the Crinkle bag. I mean, that in and of itself makes a little bit of crinkle, doesn't it? Here goes the pouch 1. Here's the pouch 2. Here goes the pouch. No, this is the original one. Here's the big kind of wavy one. And here's my metallicized plastic snack bar wrapper. Okay, there's the Crinkle bag. I'll put it over here for right now, just get it out of the way. And, okay, the timer's gone off. Doink. Yes, I know. I know the timer is finished. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Is there any comments I have to catch real quick here? Yeah, Hazim, the live ending. That's why I have the timer up there. For future reference, the timer always tells you what time is left, except for now that it's over with, right? It's, yeah. So, bonus round. Well, I'll hang out just for a few minutes, Tim. But no, we're not gonna go for another thing. I gotta wrap it up. I gotta go relax my back, and I'm gonna go upstairs and see what was up with the dogs, because my curiosity just has me. Overtime with Bill. Yeah, maybe just a few minutes, but that's it. I'm not gonna do a whole long thing here. So if anybody has any burning questions, I'll stay for an extra minute or two. Yeah, you know, I'm having a good time with the streams too. Um, One thing I'm thinking of doing is maybe periodically uh, doing the premiere thing. I'm not sure how I'm going to work it out, but I've been thinking because there's this guy that I watch every once in a while called Andy Edwards. He's a music guy. He's a drummer. Well, he's more than a drummer, but yeah, that's kind of I think his thing. I mean, he used to play for Robert Plant for a bit, um, but he does this thing. Well, he's done this thing a couple of times where he's done a premiere video, but then he kind of attaches it to a live stream, either before or right after. I can't remember how he worked it out. I think he did a stream before, and then the stream went into the premiere of the video or something like that. I'm going to figure it out. I think I might try and do that once in a while. I don't know how frequently or whatever, but yeah, 2-for-1. Yeah, we're not going that far, Rob. Man, Rob, you're always trying to get me. You're always trying to get me. So anyway, gang, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate everybody's generosity. I appreciate you showing up and just hanging out and chatting and contributing to the chat. And well, I'm sorry about the ad, Tim. Man, I don't know. Maybe I should stop monetizing these and then monetize them after the fact or something like that. Yeah, John Bonham. That's funny, MSC. Okay, gang, I'm going to go now. So, aloha, siblings. Have a good night. See you next Saturday, okay?